Hi everybody, it's me, LisaT, coming at you with some positive energy. Reading The Language of Letting Go by Beattie. It's just contemplating like the duties of the little mini duties of life. Like I was up at, I can't remember what time I was up, 10:30? So I've been up for almost like 3 hours and I've just been at home, but I've just little things like I gotta renew my health card and I gotta make my invoice and then I gotta put the massage table thing and I've been busy. I even when I'm not busy, I'm busy. Which I was embracing it this morning at first because my first mental dialogue was like, oh, I'll do it later. I'll do that when I get home. And I was like, no, do it now. It's coming to thought now. It's coming into my mind now. Do it now. Not that, I'm going to procrastinate and put it off for days or anything, but why not just do it now? This is all we have right now. So anyways, and that's what this video too. I got to go see my family right now. And I was like, well, no, do what you need to do. Doing these videos is part of my like self-care, part of my recovery, part of my healing journey. So it's really important for me to fill my mind with something awesome before I go out into the world. Today I missed some other things, so it's really important that I do this and get it done now, so that when I'm out and about, I don't have any like things cluttering my mind. I don't have things on the things to do list. I can just go out and be present. Take them off while they come up. Okay, let's see now what this reading has for us today. So we are reading July 30th. Accepting powerlessness. It's sometimes a hard pill to swallow, to recognize we're actually powerless over everything. We don't have really control over anything except for we can fine tune our reactions to life, our responses to life. We can stop reacting and start responding to life. So we can work on work on controlling, I guess, but that it's not controlling. We can work on ourselves so that we can respond better to the world. But we're actually powerless over like everything. We're powerless over what's going to happen in basically like in the whole big in 100% of what's going to happen in the next minute. We're powerless over 100% of what's going to transpire the rest of the day. And so ideally, like what I want to do is just continually keep showing up for the moment and internally be asking, what does this moment require of me? What does this moment, instead of me trying to control the moments, I need this from this moment, I want that from this moment, or this person, place, or thing. Instead of wanting something from the moment, trying to get a need met from a moment, from a person, place, or thing, I've been tuning in and saying, what can I offer to this moment? What is this moment requiring of me? What is the universe wanting me to surrender to in this moment? And it's been a beautiful process. It's helped me let go. I had a tough moment yesterday afternoon. I'd witnessed myself right immediately after. I was like, oh my God, I just tried to control that situation, and I called that person sneaky, and then I realized I was being sneaky, like projecting. I was projecting. Anytime I'm like, you're doing this, I can look inside and go, oh, where is that a part of me? We're always projecting when it's like an rare, and then also we're projecting when we see the world as beautiful and loving. You're probably in a good loving space, so it's a projection. It's all a projection. That's where the illusion comes in. Now I lost my train of thought. I'm on a rampage, So powerlessness over people. So surrendering to the moment and asking. And the moment yesterday. So I recognized that I had kind of screwed up, or I'd made a mistake, and then so I prayed about it and I asked to now be open to what the next moment and forgive myself for what I did, and then follow through with what the moment initially called for, that I wanted to try and control and change, and then I ended up getting back into what the moment was calling for, and it was like, oh, doesn't that feel better? So we're the powerlessness when if we recognize we're powerless and then lean into what's being presented to us, it creates a whole different experience of life. So woo. Okay, accepting powerlessness. Since I've been a child, I've been in an antagonistic relationship. I love that they use that word, because I often relate lots of these readings to my massage therapy, and muscles are antagonistic. I learned that word in massage school. So the antagonist, so your bicep contracts, and then the antagonist is the tricep, and it releases. And then when the tricep contracts, the bicep releases. So they work together. One releases, one contracts. One releases so that they move in a smooth, balanced motion. So that's what antagonist is. So since I've been a child, I've been in an antagonist relationship with an important emotional part of myself, my feelings. the pull. One pulls this way, but I'm pulling that way. One pulls this way. So she's talking about this in a way where it's kind of makes her struggle. So the antagonist relationship with her feelings. I have consistently tried to either ignore, repress, or force my feelings away. Yep, force them away. Nope, don't have needs. Nope, don't have wants. Nope, I'm okay with this. Nope, like that was my that was my MO back in the day, my modus operandi. I operated from a place of like, nah, I'm okay, when that was like, really, that was pushing down this feeling like, no, I'm not okay with this. So I've consistently tried to either ignore, and when we try to ignore a feeling, we can often try to distract ourselves. We can go shopping, we can eat, we can smoke, we can, sex is used for this kind of stuff. I'm naming addiction things, drink, drug, be hyper-focused on other people instead of yourself. These are all ways that we'll ignore or distract ourselves from these feelings too. So try to either ignore, repress, or force my feelings away. I have tried to create unnatural feelings or force away feelings that were present. I've denied I was angry. Yep, I only experienced my first real anger just like 2 years ago. I did a punching bag video about that. I was like, oh, I'm allowed to feel this anger. Like I gave myself permission to feel anger for the first time, just 2 years ago, real anger. But I directed it in a healthy way. I learned, thank goodness, the program I had, because it helped me realize I can feel this anger. Anger is an emotion. It's a healthy emotion. It can save us from danger. But we can't direct it out at people. We end up throwing anger, misdirected anger, they call it. So I denied I was angry. I was scared to be angry. I denied I was angry when in fact I was furious. I have told myself there must be something wrong with me. That's my go-to. It's going to make me cry a little bit because that's been such a painful thing to recognize more and more and more. Like, must be something wrong with me. I'm feeling this right. Like I wanted to be superhuman and rise above everything and not feel anything and continually told myself there was something wrong with me. I know that's not true anymore, but it's a really painful experience to have internally. That's your go-to coping mechanism. Some people lash out in anger. Some people do this, that, the other. And then there's some, and I have some friends I have one friend in particular who's a lot like me, who it's intense, where we turn on ourselves. It's very painful. Sorry. I've told myself there must be something wrong with me for feeling angry, when anger is a reasonable and logical response to a situation. You know, it's a confusing situation. I feel confused. This is a frustrating situation. I feel frustrated. We're allowed to feel the feelings we're feeling. It's just how we deal with them, right? Feel them, deal with them so we can heal them too and move through them, you know, instead of pushing them down. Allow them to express themselves. I've told myself things didn't hurt when they hurt very much. I've told myself stories such as, that person didn't mean to hurt me. They must not have meant to hurt me. Or he or she doesn't know any better. Yep, that was mine too. Well, I understand. I would rationalize in my mind, like, well, they've had their own thing going on, and I understand why they probably acted that way towards me. And I would I like a real subtle way of denying my feelings. So I tell myself stories such as, that person didn't mean to hurt me. He or she doesn't know any better. I need to be more understanding. Yep, this is where my superhuman thing came in. I need to be more understanding. I need to be, rise above. The problem was that I had already been too understanding of the other person and not understanding and compassionate enough with myself. It has not just been the large feelings I have been at war with. At war with. I can totally relate to this. I have been battling the whole emotional aspect of myself. You're too sensitive, Lisa. Oh, what are you going to do when there's a real problem, Lisa? These are messages I was given, like I said, I would get upset over something, and someone would say, well, what are you going to do when there's a real problem? You're this upset over that. So I was like, oh God, I can't be upset. I can't be angry. I can't be this. Like I really internalized messages very quickly to then say that I can't have those feelings. So then it became this emotional battle, war internally. Like, no wonder I turned on myself, because I'm like, don't feel that feeling, Lisa. Bad girl for feeling that feeling even. Like, oh my God, a war. Thank God that's like, I'm coming out of that and almost out of it fully. So it has not just been the large feelings I have been at war with. I've been battling the whole emotional aspect of myself. I have tried to use the spiritual, mental energy, and even physical exertion to not feel what I need to feel to be healthy and alive. I need to feel these feelings. These feelings have to move through me. Anytime I push them down and push them inside of me, I'm going to get tense muscles. You're going to start not sleeping. You're going to, like, there'll be a collateral experience from not feeling your feelings. Disease, sickness, cancers, all these things, I swear to God, they come from not feeling our feelings and being true to ourselves and embracing all of ourselves, all of our parts, all of our emotions. And when I do that, I feel like a free being, you know, and I'm not stuck in the past. I'm not worried about the future. I'm living in the present moment. I've tried to use these spiritual things to not feel what I need to feel, to be healthy and alive. I didn't succeed at my attempts to control emotions. We'll even try to control. This control thing comes up, like I said, in many videos, in such subtle ways we don't even realize it. So I didn't succeed at attempts to control my emotions. Eating disorders. A lot of women suffer with eating disorders. Men too, I'm learning. That's a control thing. It's a way to control something because I can't control this emotion, so I'll control that instead. It's like a substitute. We try to latch onto something else we can control. That's why we sometimes try to control people, because we're having a battle internally. So, well, at least I can control that, you know? So I didn't succeed at my attempts to control emotions. Emotional control has been a survival behavior for me. I can thank that behavior for helping me get through many years in the past. It's not serving me anymore, though. So I can thank that behavior for helping me get through. And it's like a part of you. You can thank that part of you. Thank you for helping me survive. Thank you for showing up when I couldn't do anything, you know, when I was stuck, when I didn't have choices, when I couldn't make decisions. Thank that part. Thank that behavior for helping me get through many years in situations where I didn't have any better options. But I have learned a healthier behavior today. It's all about today. Accepting my feelings. We are meant to feel. We are a spectrum of emotions. We're so many emotions. Guilt, shame, fear, joy, happiness, oh gosh, there's so many, like apprehension, confusion, curiosity, like I could go on and on. There's so many emotions. We want to be able to experience it all. That's living the fullness of our lives. Just like a muscle wants to, that's why movement gets muscles sore. They start to get sore and angry because they're not living their full, we stopped moving, we started slothing, we stopped using them. If you don't use it, you lose it, right? So lose it. And if you don't use your emotions, you're going to lose it. Like go crazy, lose it. So we are meant to feel. Part of our dysfunction is trying to deny or change that. Part of our recovery means learning to go with the flow of what we're feeling and what our feelings are trying to tell us. It's your body talking to you. Your body talks to you with pain. Your physical body talks to you with pain. Your mental, spiritual body can talk to you with emotions. It's trying to tell you something. We got to tap in and listen. What does it need? What do I need? What does that muscle need? What does that emotion need? It always just needs attention and for us to show up for it. Woo! Okay, part of our recovery means learning to go, we are meant to feel. Part of our dysfunction is trying to deny or change that. Part of our recovery means learning to go with the flow of what we're feeling and what our feelings are trying to tell us. We are responsible for our behaviors, but we do not have to control our feelings. We can let them happen, let them appear. Just like thoughts come. Thoughts are going to come. Let them come so that you can let them go. We can let them happen. We can learn to embrace, enjoy, and experience. Feel the emotional part of ourselves. Woo! I freaking love this reading. Okay, here's your prayer for today. Today, God, today, I will stop trying to force and control my emotions. Instead, I will give power and freedom to the emotional part of myself. A freaking man. Have an amazing day. Experiencing the fullness of all your spectrum of emotions, all the spectrum of your movements, all the spectrum of your life. You're beautiful. I love you. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.